Thank you, Cathaoirleach. And I suppose at the very outset, I firstly want to thank the Minister for his engagement in this bill. I know it's particularly important to him, and I want to acknowledge his engagement and that of his officials here and to thank them for being here. And I suppose at the kernel of this bill, I have set out and wanted to support this bill, and I hope I'll be in a position to vote for this bill, and acknowledge that the bill will provide unredacted access to birth and early life information for people affected by illegal birth registrations, adopted people and anyone with questions as to their origins. And I think that's important. And I think we can lose sight of all the debate. We've got to stay focused here and we've got to say, what are people trying to achieve? And this has been going on for years. And to be fair to the Minister, I think he's taken it up and he has worked within the constraints of the law and his own advisors. And I'm not privy to all of that, but I take it in good faith that he's acting on the advice of his officials. And I don't doubt for one moment his absolute commitment here. So what am I trying to achieve? And I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Notwithstanding Shanadair or the standing orders, the Minister shall issue a report to the Houses of the Oireachtas. The Minister shall be required to provide a post-enactment report. That's the second part of the amendment. Sorry, I'll deal with the first part. Well, on page 50, after line 33, to insert the following. And this deals with process and complaints and procedures, which there's not a subsection in the bill as of yet. So 52.1, the Minister shall create an appeals process and complaints procedure. The appeals and complaints procedure shall take into account concerns in relation to compliance, problems arising from the limited definitions and issues arising regarding institutions not listed in this Act. The appointee shall also be responsible for documenting reoccurring issues, and there will be many reoccurring issues in this, and shall issue a report to the Minister. And then 2, notwithstanding Shana's standing orders, the Minister shall issue a report to the Houses of the Oireachtas. The Minister shall require to provide a post-enactment report which shall review the functions of this Act, and that's a pretty standard thing anyway. Such post-enactment reports shall be laid before the Oireachtas Library for the information of all Oireachtas members and shall outline the developments regarding the implementation of this Act. And I think that's reasonable, I think it's fair, I think it's prudent and it's rational, and I hope the Minister will be in a position to support what I think is very reasonable and a very practical amendment. And I also want, before I sit down, just to thank the Minister for making himself available this evening, because if we're not making progress, I understand we may be here for another few hours this evening. And again, I want to thank you for that. So look, I'm in your hands. I would appreciate your support.